What is here when you do not pick up any thought about yourself? Just for a moment, let this question sink quietly inside. Before you reach for an answer, before the mind starts to speak, notice that something is already here. There is a simple sense of being, a silent presence that does not need any description. You do not have to do anything to be. You simply are. You may have carried many ideas about who you are. I am this kind of person. I have this history. I have these problems. I want these things. For many years, you might have been busy holding all of this together. It can feel heavy, as if you are always trying to protect some image of yourself, always fixing, improving, defending. There is a kind of tiredness in this. Somewhere inside, you know that this constant effort cannot be your natural state. Something in you is longing to rest. Now, in this moment, you are invited to put all of that aside, not to throw away your life, not to neglect your duties, but simply to set down, just for a while, the psychological load you carry. All your stories, all your plans, all your judgments about yourself and others, place them gently on the ground of this moment. You are not here to solve them. You are not here to fix yourself. You are here to see what is already true, already present behind all of that. Feel your breath as it moves in and out. There is no need to change it. Just notice that it happens by itself. Feel the weight of your body resting wherever you are. Notice the simple sense that I am here. Before you call yourself by any name, before you say, I am this or that, can you feel that you simply are? This bare, pure sense, I am, is already shining inside you. You do not have to create it. You only have to notice it. Thoughts may come and say, I don't understand, or this is too simple, or what should I do next? Let them be. You are not trying to fight your thoughts. You are simply not following them right now. Like birds passing through the sky, they can come and go. You remain as the open space in which they move. Do not reach for them. Do not push them away. Just stay present with this quiet being that is here before any thought arises. You do not have to try to become anything. You are not on the way to some future version of yourself. This moment is not a step towards something else. This is the moment to see what you are without any story. When you are not busy with past and future, when you are not dressing in any mental costume, what remains? There is stillness. There is presence. There is a sense of existence that is simple, clear, and innocent. Rest your attention here. You may notice an old habit in the mind that wants to turn this into a project. I must stay present. I must hold this state. I must do this perfectly. Leave that also. You are not here to become a perfect meditator. You are not here to achieve some special experience. The invitation is much more simple, to recognize the natural awareness in which all experiences come and go. That which is aware of your effort is already free of effort. Now, gently begin to notice how the mind speaks about me. Thoughts may say, I am like this. May the illusion of separation fade in the light of clarity. And may you come to know, through your own seeing, that you have always been free. Remain here in the silence of your being, for in this silence the truth reveals itself, not through thought, but through the simple fact that you are. I have these issues. I am failing in this area. I am doing well in that area. There is a constant commentary, a voice that seems to sit inside your head and talk about your life. It has many opinions, many fears, many hopes. It argues, compares, remembers, and imagines. This voice seems very close, very personal. Let us look more closely. As you listen to these thoughts, see that they are appearing in your awareness. A thought comes, lives for a short time, and then it goes. Another thought comes. Sometimes they come in chains, one after the other, but still each one moves in front of something that does not move. That unmoving background, that quiet space in which the thoughts appear and disappear, is your awareness. Notice now, you can observe the thoughts. Even the thought, "I am thinking," is itself observed. This means that you cannot be the thought. Whatever you can see or notice cannot be what you are. It is like this. When you look at a cloud in the sky, you know the cloud is not the sky itself. It appears in the sky, it changes, and it finally disappears while the sky remains. In the same way, the thoughts that speak about you are clouds. The awareness that knows them is the sky. See how most thoughts revolve around a central figure, the me, the person. My life, my past, my future, my success, my failure. This me feels solid, but if you look closely, it is built from memory, imagination, and habit. It is not a fixed thing you can find. It is more like a story being told again and again. The more you believe the story, the more real it feels. But if you simply watch without automatically believing, something begins to loosen. Take a moment to do this now. Sit quietly and let whatever thought wants to come, come. Do not try to choose good thoughts over bad thoughts. Just watch. A thought may say, "I am bored." Another may say, "This is beautiful." Another or may say, "I don't know if I am doing this right." Let them all appear. Watch them as they come and watch them as they go. Is there not a quiet space in which all of this is seen? This space is not talking. It has no opinion, no argument. It does not judge the thoughts. It simply knows that they are there. This pure knowing is already without effort. It does not belong to the thought. It does not belong to the emotion. It is just here. Begin to feel the difference between the voice that speaks and the silent awareness that hears it. The voice changes. The awareness does not. When a strong thought appears, it may try to pull you into identification. This is important. You must follow me. You must fix this. Use this also as an opportunity. Instead of running with it, ask quietly inside, "Can I see this thought as just another passing movement?" Even the urgent thought is appearing in the same space as the soft thoughts. It has no special power except the belief you give to it. In this way, you start to recognize the hypnosis of personhood. For so long, attention has been glued to the story of me and my life, as if that is all you are. Now you are waking up from that deep habit. You begin to see the story is known, the thoughts that build the story are known, the feelings that join the story are known. All of this is appearing in front of something that stays untouched. That untouched presence is your true seat. Stay a little in this seeing. You do not have to push the mind away. You are simply placing your loyalty back in the awareness, not in the thoughts. You are shifting from being the person in the story to being the space in which the story appears. This is very natural. It is not a special technique. It is just the simple noticing of what is always here. Now let us look even more deeply. All of these experiences, body sensations, breath, feelings, thoughts, are happening. You know that they are happening because there is something that is aware of them. The question now is, who is this one that is aware? Not as a theory, not as a belief, but as a direct look. Who is experiencing this life? You know, for example, that this body has changed since you were a child. The body you had then is not the same as the body you have now. Over time, it has grown, it has aged, It may feel tired sometimes, full of energy at other times. Yet somehow you say, "This is my body." You also know that your thoughts have changed, your opinions have changed, your emotions have changed, your interests have changed. So much has come and gone. But something has remained. There is a continuity that you feel. You say, "I was that child. I was that teenager. I am this adult." The body changed, the mind changed, the feelings changed, but the sense I remained. What is this I? Where is it? Can you find it as an object? Can you touch it, hold it, see its shape or color? Turn your attention away from the objects of experience for a moment. Leave the body as it is. Leave the thoughts as they are. Leave the emotions as they are. Instead, look for the one who is aware of them. Do not make this complicated. Just become curious in a quiet way. Who is aware right now? What is it that knows this body, these thoughts, this sense of "I am here"? You might feel at first that the answer is another thought. I, the person, am aware. But that is too quick. That is the old habit answering. Do not take the first reply from the mind. Instead, stay in the question itself without reaching for words. Allow the question, "Who am I?" to be like a light turning inward, not a problem to solve. You know that you exist. There is a simple knowing, "I am." This is not a sentence you learn. It is a direct experience. Even before you say it in words, you feel that you are. Now stay with this sense, "I am," not "I am this" or "I am that," but just "I am." Can you taste this simple feeling of being? It is here even when you are not thinking about it. Does this "I am" have any story in it? Does it say anything by itself? Or does the story appear after, when the mind adds, "I am a mother, I am a seeker, I am broken, I am strong"? See that the pure "I am" is empty of these labels. It is like clear space, like an open sky before any cloud forms. Stay here for a little while, resting as this sense of existence without adding anything to it. As you rest in this, thoughts may come and say, "This is boring," or "I don't feel anything," or "This cannot be all." Let them come and go. They are also seen. They appear in the same awareness that knows the "I am." You do not have to follow them. That which knows both the quiet and the thoughts is the same unchanging presence. Now look again. The body is known. The thoughts are known. The feelings are known. Even this sense, "I exist," is known. There is a deeper, more subtle awareness that knows even this. You do not have to strain to find it. You are already it. The very fact that you can say, "I am aware of my existence," shows that awareness is prior even to the feeling, "I am." The mind may feel uneasy here because it cannot hold this in a concept. It cannot give a clear picture of awareness. Awareness has no shape, no form, no boundaries. It cannot be seen as an object. It is the seeing itself. Confusion may arise in the mind. "I do not get it." Allow this also. Confusion is also seen. The one who notices confusion is not confused. Allow everything to be as it is, and keep your attention quietly in this seeing. No need to force, no need to push away or pull toward. There is just the natural awareness that is always present, like the open space in a room, even when the furniture is moved around. Thoughts, feelings, and sensations are like the furniture. The space is untouched by their coming and going. Stay gently with this question, not as a mental exercise, but as a doorway that opens into your own being. Who am I truly without any story? Do not rush to answer. Let the question remove what you are not. You are not the body that changes. You are not the mind that changes. You are not the emotion that appears and disappears. All of these you can observe. You are the awareness in which they appear. Rest your attention here in this silent knowing and let everything else come and go as it wishes. Remain here a moment longer in this simple noticing. There is nothing to reach for, nothing to prepare for, nothing to improve, just the quiet sense of being, like a gentle light inside your heart. Now, let your attention turn toward the subtle tendency of the mind to gather up stories again. Stories about who you are, what you must become, what you must protect. You may feel an old momentum rising, the need to continue the inner dialogue, the habit of picking up mental luggage. But for now, you are invited to leave all of that outside. There is a sacred simplicity in just being here without carrying anything. See how the mind tries to bring bags filled with old memories, old wounds, unfinished conversations, fears of the future, hopes for recognition. It says, do not forget this. You must fix that. You need to work on this part of yourself. But you are not asked to pick up any of these thoughts right now. For this moment, let every idea of yourself rest outside the door of this moment. Just like when you enter a quiet, sacred space, you remove your shoes at the entrance. Here, you remove your psychological shoes, your roles, your masks, your past, your projections. You are not trying to destroy them or reject them. You simply don't carry them inside this moment. If a thought appears that says, I am a failure, leave it outside. If a thought appears that says, I am great, leave it outside. If a thought says, I must be spiritual, leave it outside. Every label, every definition, every identity, place it all outside, gently. Let me ask you something very simple. Without all these identities, are you still here? Without your name, are you not still here? Without your past, without your future, without your personal narrative, do you not continue to exist right now? What remains when nothing extra is carried? You might feel a kind of lightness, like your mind is becoming spacious, like your inner sky is clearing. You may sense a quiet openness that does not belong to the person, but to the deeper reality of your being. Do not try to capture this openness with words. Do not try to measure it or explain it. Just allow yourself to taste it. This is not an achievement. It is your natural state when the noise of the mind is not being followed. Thoughts may still be present, but they lose their heaviness. They feel like faint ripples on the surface of a wide, still lake. You are the stillness, not the ripples. As the layers of identity fall away, something subtle begins to shine. A quiet, formless presence is sensed, a presence without story, without tension, without effort. This presence is not created by belief or imagination. It is here before you think about it. It is here when you do not think at all. It is the pure sense of being, the natural fragrance of the self. Stay quietly in this simplicity. Notice how natural it is. Notice how familiar it feels. This is not a new experience. It is the recognition of what has always been here. Now begin to see how everything that arises, thoughts, emotions, sensations, is like a movement in a vast open sky. The sky does not try to control the sea. Clouds, it does not chase them or cling to them. They pass on their own. In the same way, thoughts and emotions pass through your awareness. They come, stay for a few moments, and then go. The awareness itself does not come and go. It is steady, silent, unmoving. If a strong wave of emotion appears like anger or sadness, simply watch it as a cloud passing. Do not say, "This is me." Instead, notice, "This is appearing in me." Can a wave define the ocean? Can a cloud define the sky? In the same way, no thought, no emotion, no memory can define what you are. They are temporary movements. You are the space in which they move. Take a moment to sit with this. You are the awareness, not the movement within it. Feel the freedom in this recognition. Awareness is untouched by the content of the mind. Awareness is not frightened by fear, not stained by guilt, not confused by confusion. All these states appear inside awareness, but awareness remains pure, clear, open. That is why every experience passes. It cannot cling to awareness. It has no anchor there. This does not require effort. You do not have to hold yourself in awareness. Awareness is already your natural condition. It is like discovering that the sky has always been above you, even when the clouds were thick. Through stillness, you begin to feel yourself not as a person struggling with clouds, but as the sky that holds everything without resistance. Now let your attention rest gently on the pure sense, I am. This I am is not a sentence. It is a feeling, a presence. It has no sharp edges, no shape, no weight. Just the quiet certainty, I exist. Do not add anything to it. Not, I am someone. Not, I am becoming better. Not, I am changing. Just, I am. Feel the softness of this recognition. It is like standing at the doorway of your own being. Can you find any boundary inside this I am? Does it belong to a nationality, a personality, a gender, an age, or is it simply here without any definition? Leave all descriptions aside and rest in this bare sense of existence. Let it reveal itself to you naturally. You will notice that this I am is warm, spacious, alive, and yet completely still. It does not need any story to be itself. As you rest in this pure being, thoughts may come and try to pull you back into form. You should be doing something. This is not enough. You need to understand this more. Let these thoughts drift through. They are just movements. You stay as the silent background. The background is not trying to push them away. It simply does not cling to them. It allows everything to appear and disappear. Now, see something even more subtle. This sense, I am, is also observed. There is awareness of the feeling of existence. This means awareness is even more fundamental. You cannot see awareness as an object. You cannot look at it in the same way you look at a thought or a feeling. Awareness is the seeing itself. It is the ground in which even the sense of being is known. Do not let the mind make this complicated. Awareness is not far away. It is not something to reach. It is the most intimate, most natural aspect of your existence. It is what allows how to know that you are here. Awareness is not touched by what it perceives. Just like the open sky cannot be burned by the sun, nor drowned by the rain, awareness cannot be harmed by any experience. Rest here, in this awareness that asks for nothing, expects nothing, and fears nothing. It is your true home. Everything else, every thought, every emotion, every identity is just a visitor passing through. You are not the visitor. You are the host. You are the space in which all of life unfolds. There is a quiet joy in recognizing this, not an emotional joy, but a joy of clarity, of being unburdened. Now, allow yourself to feel how the sense of separation begins to dissolve. The old feeling of being me in here and the world out there starts to soften. All your experiences, sounds, sensations, thoughts, feelings are happening in the same awareness. Awareness does not split itself. It does not say, this is inside, that is outside. These boundaries belong to the mind, not to awareness. Notice how a sound appears in the same space as a thought. Notice how the breath appears in the same space as an emotion. Everything is known in the same seamless field. Where is the border? Where is the line that divides you from the world? You cannot find it because it does not exist. The sense of separation is a dream of the mind. When that dream fades, a natural unity is felt. This unity is not something to imagine. It is not a philosophy. It is the simple truth that everything arises in awareness, and awareness is one. There is no other in awareness. There is only the flow of appearances in the one self. When this is seen, the heart becomes soft, open, quiet. There is no longer a need to defend the person because the person is seen as a temporary wave in the vast ocean of being. Stay in this clarity, not as a practice, but as your natural seeing. You are discovering that you were never separate, you were never bound. You were always this awareness, timeless, spacious, untouched. The movements of the mind come and go, but you remain. The emotions rise and fall, but you remain. Even the sense of I am arises in you, but you remain. Rest here gently, without effort. The mind may try to return to old habits, but you stay as the silent awareness that has no past and no future, just the clear, open space of now. If you want, I can continue with the next 3 sections in this exact same tone, depth, and flow. Stay here a little longer in this simple presence. You are not trying to control the mind or manage your inner world. You are simply recognizing what has always been here, the quiet, natural awareness in which everything appears. As this recognition deepens, the mind may try to reclaim its old position, offering you more things to carry, more ideas to pick up. But you are learning now how to leave all of this at the door of the present moment. Notice how the mind presents itself. It brings a series of packages to you, worries about the future, judgments about the past, questions about your worth, images of who you should become. Each package says, this is important, open this now, but you do not have to accept any of it. You do not have to attain. Wrap any mental burden, simply let them remain outside. All your roles, all your expectations, all your imagined duties can rest for now. In this moment, there is no need to pick up any identity. You are not required to be anything at all. You do not need to be strong. You do not need to be spiritual. You do not need to be wise or peaceful or brave. You are simply here. Just being is enough, more than enough. It is complete in itself. Feel how the inner atmosphere becomes clean and open when nothing extra is held on to. Let the mind with all its concerns remain outside. Let the personality with all its stories remain outside. Let every idea you have ever had about yourself rest outside. You do not reject them. You simply do not carry them right now. In this openness, something subtle reveals itself, not as a thought, not as an image, but as a quiet, effortless presence. The presence does not come from the mind. It is not created, it is discovered. And as you rest more deeply, You begin to sense this presence as something vast, like an open sky. Thoughts appear as little clouds moving across it. Feelings rise and fall like waves on the surface of a calm ocean. Yet the awareness itself does not move. It is not changing. It is always here, whether you pay attention to it or not. You begin to see that awareness is your natural ground, your true position. Thoughts may say, "This moment is not enough," but those thoughts themselves appear in awareness. An emotion may rise and say, "You should feel differently," but that emotion also appears in awareness. Awareness accommodates everything. It resists nothing. It is untouched by anything that comes. Just as the sky is untouched by the storms that appear within it, you remain untouched in your true nature. Sit with this for a little while. Notice that without any effort, you are watching thoughts come and go. You are aware of emotions as sensations in the body. You are aware of the body breathing, sitting, being here. But you, the awareness, are not moving. You are not fluctuating. You are simply here, steady and open. This is the ease of your true nature. And as you remain in this openness, you will begin to feel the subtle warmth of your own being. There is a gentle sense, "I am." Not "I am this," not "I am that," but simply "I am." This is the perfume of your existence, the pure feeling of being before the mind adds any label. Rest in this "I am." Let it arise naturally. Let it shine without force. Let it be known without words. Feel now how the mind tries to attach something to this "I am." It wants to say, "I am a person. I am good. I am bad. I am spiritual. I am struggling." But you can see that these are just thoughts. They are not the essence. The essence is pure and formless, untouched by the adjectives the mind tries to add. Let those adjectives pass away. Stay with the simple sense of being. As you stay like this, another recognition emerges. Even the "I am" is known. Awareness is aware of the feeling of existence, so awareness is even deeper than "I am." Awareness is prior. It is the ground in which the "I am" lives. It is what Yeshi, how truly are, beyond time, beyond personality, beyond effort. It cannot be harmed, it cannot be lost, it cannot be stained by any experience. There is a profound relief in recognizing this. You are not the movement. You are not the roles. You are not the thoughts. You are the silent, spacious awareness that holds everything without being affected by it. You begin to see that there is no separation between awareness and the world appearing in it. The boundary between me and everything else begins to dissolve. A sound arises, known in awareness. A thought arises, known in awareness. A breath arises, known in awareness. Where is the border? Where is the dividing line between you and the world? There is none. Everything is unfolding in the same field. There is no inside or outside. There is no separate self looking at a separate world. There is only awareness appearing as all of this. This recognition is soft. It is not dramatic. It is not emotional. It is like the quiet dawning of the morning light, steady, gentle, natural. As the sense of separation dissolves, a natural compassion appears, not as an emotion, but as a natural softness of the heart. You see that nothing is truly other. Everything that appears is a wave in the same ocean of being. Now let us look at something important. Even when you recognize awareness, old tendencies of the mind may still arise. Fear, anger, sadness, these movements can come, but you no longer need to identify with them. When an emotion appears, simply watch it. Notice its shape inside the body. Notice how it moves. Do not call it my emotion. Do not give it a story. Just let it unfold inside awareness like a cloud passing through the sky. If a thought tries to attach itself to the emotion saying, "This means something about you," let that thought pass. It has no authority. Emotions can rise strongly, but they cannot touch awareness. Awareness is untouched even in the presence of intensity. You may feel heat in the body, pressure in the chest, a tightening in the stomach, but awareness feels none of it. Awareness only knows. Awareness witnesses. Stay with this witnessing. Let everything come and go without pushing or pulling. This is how old patterns are released, not by force, not by analysis, but by allowing them to rise into the light of awareness without becoming personal. This is freedom. Not freedom from experience, but freedom in the midst of experience. You do not have to fear the waves when you know you are the ocean. And as you move through daily life, this recognition remains like a quiet fragrance in the background. You may speak, walk, work, interact, but inwardly you are resting in awareness. You no longer move from the restless person trying to maintain an image. You move from the spaciousness of presence. Even in activity, there is stillness. Even in movement, there is peace. Slowly, naturally, your outer actions become more harmonious. You react less. You listen more. You begin to feel life flowing, not struggling. The need to control everything softens. You do not lose yourself in the world because you are anchored in the self. You are not trying to maintain in a special state. You are simply being what you truly are, awareness itself. Now come to this moment again, right here. Without picking up a single thought about past or future, what is missing? Look with your inner eyes. In your pure being, is anything lacking? Is anything incomplete? Without thought, can there be a problem? Feel this. This is the taste of your true nature, peaceful, whole, untouched. Let your whole being rest here. Nothing to fix, nothing to reach, nothing to understand. Just the silent sense of being. This is the heart of all true seeing. This is the essence of every teaching. This is the doorway to freedom that has always been open. You are the awareness behind all appearances. You are the space in which all experiences arise. You are the silence that cannot be disturbed. And so, beloved one, let this gentle seeing settle in your heart. Do not try to hold it. Do not try to own it. Let it simply be. Awareness does not come and go. It does not depend on your effort. It is your natural state. You have only forgotten because attention was captured by the noise of the mind. Now you are returning to your own self, your true home. May this recognition deepen without force. May your heart rest in the unchanging peace of your own awareness.